Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Campbell's Coins. In this video, we're going to be looking at milk spotting. What are milk spots? How do you remove milk spots? What coins are affected by milk spots? And most importantly, how do you prevent your silver from getting milk spots? I'll go over all of that coming up. What is milk spotting? It's unsightly, it's ugly, and to some people, it diminishes the value of the coin. It affects pure 999 fine silver coins, 9999 fine silver coins, and it affects 90% coins. It affects government coins and bullion alike. Here are some examples in front of you of coins with milk spotting. So I have a Australian Philharmonic, excuse me, not Australian, Austria Philharmonic. I have I think this is a Nui, and there's some milk spotting in the hair. You can kind of see a little bit of milkiness there, and then it's very prevalent up in Darth Vader's helmet, right there. Not affecting the rest of the coin, but kind of just like right there. And then I have Sunshine Mint round that has some milk spotting right here through the center. You can kind of see it looks like a milky cloud. And then I have some Silver Shield BU rounds. You can see the milk spotting right here on the left-hand side of your screen. There seems to be a spot there, and then just some milkiness around the coin itself. Not so much on the back. There's some more milk spotting on this one. Kind of looks like smudges, but it's not. And this is another Silver Shield round. BU round, I should say. And then, most famously, on the Canadian Maple Leafs, pre-2018. Canadian Maple Leafs are probably the most well-known example of coins which gets milk spotting, and I'll go over why in just a second. As I pointed out, some silver coins are more prone to spotting than others. And there's no better example of this than pre-2018 Canadian Maple Leaf coins. These coins are well known for producing milk spotting, much to everyone's annoyance. In 2017, the Royal Canadian Mint researched how to reduce, if not eliminate, milk spotting, and in 2018 implemented a new technology called Mint Shield to their coins to prevent spotting. It seems to have worked. I have heard of milk spotting on American Silver Eagles, but I have not seen it firsthand. One government mint that I have never seen a coin with a milk spot is the Perth Mint. I have never heard or seen a Perth Mint Kookaburra coin with spotting, and these command a high premium, probably in part to their high quality control, but their Kangaroo series of coins do produce milk spots. So what is milk spotting? First, let's go into how it's not created. Milk spots aren't created from handling coins without gloves. I would say this is a huge misconception out there in the coin community. And to kind of illustrate my point, let's look at this Proof Ben Franklin. It is in a sealed cellophane wrap from the mint. It has no holes in the cellophane. These coins have not been touched other than to put them into these little cellophane wraps. This is a 1962 proof, and you can see that this Ben Franklin has, well, it's kind of not showing up well, but there is a lot of milk spotting across the entire face, the obverse and the reverse of this coin. So it kind of rules out the oils from the hands theory. Coins placed in airtight cases can get milk spotting. So it's not the air By the way, if you see an airtight case, especially those coin capsules, they're not really airtight. It may be pretty tight, but it's not airtight. That's just what they're called. Air can still get to the coin, and it isn't completely sealed. Additionally, graded coins placed in slabs can get milk spots. They go through the grading process without them, but as time passes along, they form within the case. This is why some grading companies like PCGS were so very reluctant to grade modern bullion coins as MS-70 for fear of future possible milk spots. There are a few theories about where milk spots come from, but some consensus in the community is milk spotting comes from the wash process of the silver planchets. Specifically, the detergent used and the residue left behind on those planchets. This residue is then unknowingly baked into the planchet by the annealing process. The annealing process is heating up the planchets to soften them before they get struck with the coin's design. Planchets with this residue baked in do not exhibit milk spotting. Milk spotting is a gradual process that affects the coins after weeks, months, to years later. A theory that I have had is that heat/humidity brings out milk spotting on coins that have the detergent residue baked in, but I do not know how valid this theory is for milk spots. As I said, it's only a theory. I think that the heat tends to bring it out on coins that are already affected or have this residue baked in, and I certainly don't think it could be cold related. That's why it's very important to keep your coins in a temperature controlled room, or at least a constant temperature room. You don't want to leave them out in the sun. You don't want to leave them out in the elements. You want to keep them in a place that's going to be cool and dry. How do you remove milk spots? If you have a historical or valuable coin, I do not recommend cleaning it because you will destroy its value. You can submit these coins to PCGS or another third-party restoration service, because if you attempt to clean it yourself, you run the risk of ruining your coin. Cleaning is applying any frictional force to a coin. That being said, I've heard of a few theories of how to remove milk spots. One I know for sure, the other two require dipping your coin. Now, some people think that dipping is cleaning your coin, some people don't think that. We're going to actually do a little experiment on the camera to show if these processes work. My first method is dipping it in E-Zest. Now, E-Zest can be harmful to your coin, so I suggest really reading the instructions on how to use it, and I'm going to implement those in the video so that you can replicate that. And then the other thing that we're going to try to use to remove milk spots is 100% pure acetone. So we're going to try those two chemicals first. I'm going to show you firsthand to see like if they actually do remove milk spots. I don't think the E-Zest will remove them. The acetone I heard may, but again, I don't know. So we're going to find out together on camera. The third method is a method that I don't recommend at all, and that is using a jeweler's cloth. And this is what it looks like. So I picked this up on Amazon, and basically specific sides of this are you put the coin in and then you can rub the coin to get that spot out. The problem with that is you're applying a frictional force, and that frictional force will cause scratching in your coin. It may not be observable to the human eye, but if you were to magnify that spot that you were rubbing, you can see a lot of micro scratches. Yankee Stacking has a video of him rubbing one out. Nope, that's not, nope, don't. he has a video of him rubbing a milk spot out on a coin. So check that out if you want. My only issue with that process is it leaves scratches on the coin. So if you're worried about damaging your maple leaf or American Silver Eagles, don't. The process of dipping them will not damage them. Okay, so I'm in my bathroom. I'm gonna kind of show you what we're gonna use. This is E-Zest cleaner. Here we have the 100% pure acetone. If you're going to use the acetone, make sure you're using a glass container. If you use plastic or another container, it could eat away at it. And when it eats away at that, it can get that plastic residue onto your coin. So just be safe, put it in a glass container. The E-Zest, I have this little carousel, and I'll put the coins on that and then dip them in. It says that the max amount of time that a coin should be in E-Zest is 15 seconds. So I'm gonna do half that time. I'm gonna do 8 seconds. And after I have them in that, I'm gonna put them under running water, because the longer that stuff stays on the coin, the more it could probably sit on there and damage it. So you wanna have a running water source to make sure that you're getting all that crap off of there. As I had mentioned before, doing it for 8 seconds is not going to kill the coin. Just make sure you rinse it off. Here are the coins over here. I have paper towels. I would recommend using like a microfiber towel. That way you reduce the risk of scratching your coins. These are just some government bullion coins that I really don't care all too much about. So for this experiment, it's just to show you like what you can do. I'm using just regular tap water. I've heard of people using distilled water. I think distilled water would be a better option. Just because it reduces the risk of water spots developing on your coin after the fact. I'm not in this case because I'm just gonna do a quick pat dry right over here on this. And I'm gonna dip them in the E-Zest container. So we're gonna do, I have 2 Austrian Philharmonics that are pretty bad with some milk spotting. You can kind of see the cloud going around the perimeter of the coin on this one. And then I have another one with a similar issue. Except on this side it's covering a good portion of it. You can kind of see it at the bottom and at the top. So I'm gonna dip this one in the E-Zest, and then I'm gonna dip the other one in the acetone, and we're gonna compare which one works better. That way it's you know, a similar coin, similar milk spots, and then from there we'll see if one works better than the other to try applying it to another coin. If you're using these chemicals, just make sure you are working in an open environment, preferably outside. If you're under the age of 18, get your parents' permission. I'm no way condoning you to use these chemicals. And just have a good airflow around you because they are harmful. And acetone will evaporate fairly quickly, so you don't want to just leave it in the container. So let's go ahead and we're going to put our 1 Austrian Philharmonic into acetone, and we're going to screw off the cap of this E-Zest, and this is the liquid inside. We're going to dip our coin in that. So I'm just going to go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000. It's off. And you want to just rub your hands gently over it, just to make sure that you're getting all that residue from the E-Zest off. should have done a before and after photo. Damn it. And I'm just gently rubbing my hand over this. I'm not scrubbing it. Just making sure that I get all the chemicals off. And I'm going to put it on my towel here and just pat dry. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. And I'm going to close up the eZest. We're going to get to the other one that's in here. And I've heard that you can leave silver in acetone for up to 2 minutes, if not longer. But it's kind of, I can feel it on my nails. It's kind of corrosive. We're just going to do the same thing. Rinse off. Okay, and then I have moved it right here. We're just going to pat dry that one. Again, you don't want to apply a frictional force, you don't want to scrub it, because as soon as you do that, you're going to create scratches even with it doesn't matter what kind of towel you're using. If you're using a microfiber towel or even a really soft cloth, you're still going to create scratches. So it's just best to pat dry lightly. Okay. Just looking at that. Let's see the one with the eZest. Okay, so this is the Austrian Philharmonic that was treated with the eZest, and it still remains. Do you see down here by my thumb? There's that line, and then across the top. It's diminished a little bit. I think. Oh, that's just the heat from my thumb and my hands. You can really see it up top here. Oh, it's tough to catch in the light. Oh, there you go. You can see it kind of all across the top, going down to where my finger is. And then this one is the one that we treated in acetone. And you can still see the milk spotting going all the way around. So I'm going to do one more in the acetone. This is the Sunshine Mint round. You can kind of see that really clearly. And out of these two chemicals, the acetone worked better. We're just going to flip that over and then wait a couple minutes. Sorry about that, my battery died. Okay, so this has been sitting in here for a little bit. I'm going to pull it out and rinse it off. And I'm just gently rinsing it. I'm not putting any pressure down. I'm just trying to wipe off any possible residue from the acetone on here. Acetone is fairly safe on silver. It just eats up the, it's actually pretty much 100% safe on silver. It just eats up the extra residue that's on any type of coin. Alright, so let's go ahead and pat that one dry. See how we did. Come on. All right, so as you can see, that milk spot is still there. So acetone doesn't really remove milk spots, neither does E-Zest. If anything, acetone will diminish it a little bit, but not eliminate it. And I don't know if I have to leave this coin in there for a much longer period of time in order to get that spot off. It does clean up the coin a bit. Come on, focus. There we go. Okay, so as we saw, the E-Zest did not work in removing milk spots. 100% pure acetone diminished them a little bit for the little bit of time that they were in there, but did not remove it. I'm going to do another video if I leave a coin within acetone, if it will eat up that. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to on this coin just to kind of show what it will do. And I'm going to pop it out of its coin capsule. So this is the BU Silver Shield Debt Slave, and you can see there's three massive, I mean this is almost proof-like, but it's a BU. And you can see there's milk spotting here, 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 and then a little bit, is that a little bit up there? No. So I'm going to use the blackhillsgoldsource.com, come on, focus, jeweler's cloth, just to show you what this will do. So there are instructions. You're supposed to buff it out on this inner flip. Hang on, I'm going to change my lens. Okay, I had to change out my lens because it just wasn't getting the full view in here. So this isn't going to be as close up as I'd like, but you'll kind of get the point. Here we have our debt slave coin, and I'm going to rub on that side right there with the Black Hills jeweler cloth. And you're supposed to rub on this side here, and then the outside is supposed to get to polish it. So I'll just show you, this is the before, and you can kind of see there's not a whole heck of a lot of scratches here. And you can see my thumb in that, it's almost proof-like. So I'm gonna rub just this area here since it's pretty flat and I won't have anything obstructing it, and just kind of show you like what it will do to the coin if you use that. We have our jeweler's cloth, and I'm just rubbing on the area that's affected on that flat surface. Alright, so as you can see, it greatly diminished the look of those milk spots. They're still there, but it really took them out. And as you can also see, there's some fine scratches right there. So I'm going to just polish it up a bit with this outer side. See if it does anything. So I mean, you saw the before and this is the after. It's still there, but it's really diminished. But as you can see, also I think there's some scratches. You see those? Yeah. I don't recall seeing those beforehand. So it's kind of like a catch-22. You have the milk spots removed, but at the same time, it's going to add scratches to your coin. A lot of people think that once a coin gets milk spots, it's automatically reduced to melt value. I don't really agree with that. I mean, I'll buy it all day long from some people that will sell them for melt value, but because silver is silver, 1 ounce of silver is still 1 ounce of silver. And if it has milk spots and you want to sell it to me for melt, great. I can melt it down and make it something else, and it doesn't have milk spots. So I mean, it's all up to you. What do you prefer? I know some people out there don't even want their coins to have any sort of milk spots on them. I know that other people who just collect coins with milk spots and other damages because they can get it for cheap, and silver, they recognize that silver is silver. 1 ounce is 1 ounce. You know, it's not, they don't see one better than the other. Alright, so how can you prevent milk spots? And I don't really know if there is a way to prevent them. It's an invisible hazard that will pop up on your coin months to years after you buy it, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of reluctant to buy a lot of premium coins. Like, this is a BU Silver Shield. These sell for around 20 bucks, 22 bucks a piece. It's right around the premium of American Silver Eagles. That's all great and fine, but I've bought stuff, I've bought them brand new from the mint, and within a few weeks of getting them, there were milk spots on it. And it's kind of like, oh great, I just bought something for a premium and milk spots developed. So it's kind of like, do your research, find out which mints use premium silver over others. I have a PAMP 10 gram Year of the Goat here. PAMP uses, is a Swiss company, and they use premium silver. I think I've seen some of these with milk spotting, but I don't know how bad. I don't know if that's something that always happens. These are sold at a premium. It would suck to buy these at a premium only for it to gain milk spots, and then you can only offload it for melt. Or below melt. So I know there's a lot of companies out there that have companies and mints that have premium silver that won't develop milk spots. The Perth Mint is one of them. Those kookaburras, I've never seen a single kookaburra that had milk spots. It all depends upon this detergent residue. Did that planchet or did that bar get detergent residue baked into it during its mint process? So earlier I showed the Sunshine Mint. I'm fairly certain that the Silver Shield planchets used come from the Sunshine Mint. And if that's the case, then you know Sunshine Mint's quality control isn't all up to date. They're not fully rinsing off those planchets to make sure that that residue is not on the planchet before it goes into the annealing process. On the other hand, you would think that a coin like this from Niue, I think this is in New Zealand, it's an island off of New Zealand, you would think that these guys would have that quality control locked in. It is a 2017, so this could be before that that Mint Shield technology was implemented to all these coins from the British subjects or from Britain. I don't know. It just sucks to buy a premium coin like this only to have that milk spot develop. So just do your research on where you're buying your silver from. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen bars from the 1970s develop milk spots. I could be wrong about that. I haven't seen that. I've seen some from the 80s develop some. I've seen other random bars and rounds develop them. It could be part of the humidity, that no matter how well your coin is protected, if humidity and heat get to it, that milk spot's going to develop. You just don't know. So that's kind of a long video going over milk spots and what you should look for. Here's just some others. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification. It will let you know when I post another video. If you didn't like this video, or if you have some comments about it, put it in the comments below. I would appreciate that over a dislike. Dislike doesn't help me understand what was wrong with my video. Anyways, I think that's going to do it. This is Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents.